My father moved in with me after my mother died, and I thought, okay, I can do this. And we were pretty good for a while. I worked late a couple of nights a week, and that was my routine. And he has hearing aids, so even though he takes them out when he goes to bed, I still sneak in at night when I work late, because I don't want to disturb him. So one night I come home, and I'm locking the door, and I turn around, and there he is, standing in a dark room, looking at me. And he hugged me so hard. And I thought, what's happened? He said, I was so afraid I didn't know what happened to you. So things had changed. And I thought, okay, I got this. We'll make sure that we email more often during the day, and I'll make sure he has my calendar, and things will be fine. I had a great opportunity through my insurance to have a comprehensive geriatric assessment here at Motion Picture. And I brought my dad, and he met a physical therapist, a doctor, and a social worker. And they all took him aside, and I sat in the lobby, and I waited for them to come back. Each one came back with the same diagnosis. He is so adorable. Yes, he is. You're not living with him. But the doctor pulled me aside, and he said, we did this test, and we asked him to draw a clock, an analog clock, just the face, and put the hour hand and the minute hand someplace. So he showed me the clock my father drew, and it looked like Salvador Dali had drawn it. So he can no longer drive a car. And I thought, okay, I got this. We'll be fine. Because there's a shuttle service, the senior center is nearby. I got this. Everything's going to be good. 6 months later, my father has a stroke. And by all diagnosis, it's a mild one, except it's not mild to me because this is the first time I've had to deal with a major medical incident. And I'm scared. He does great. And 10 days later, he's home. And for the next couple of months, there's a nurse that comes by every week. There's a physical therapist that comes by every week. There's a gentleman who comes by and helps him take a shower every week, and I am grateful. But after a couple of months of that, they go away. But I've got this, right? I'm going to be okay. We're going to be okay. I got this. I don't have this. I'm not okay. I'm freaking out. I don't know what I'm doing. You have to get a license to drive a car. Anybody can raise a child or have your father live with you. This is wrong. So I'm not in a great shape when the lovely social worker who's here today emails me, Penny, how are you and your dad getting along? How are you doing? So I emailed back, I'm not doing well at all. No, I'm not doing good. I'm freaking out here. I'm not qualified. He's had a stroke. Who let me in charge? I'm the baby of the family. She immediately responded with, hey, there's some links in this email I'm sending you for some support groups. Maybe you should look into one. So a week later, I'm sitting in a support group for caregivers. I'm listening to each person tell their story. And I'm waiting to tell mine. And my story is what I'm telling you. And when I finish telling my story, Lee, a gentleman who's sitting across from me, who's taking care of his mother who has Alzheimer's, the dutiful son who's there every week, seeing how she's doing, whether she remembers who he is or not, looked at me and said, you're very lucky. And it was like a slap in the face because he was right. I was so fixated in what was going wrong. I was in the eye of my own storm that I couldn't step back and look at all the good things that I still have with my father. He still drives me crazy. He's still cute as a button. he's still okay. It was my wake-up call that this was my life, and this is my new normal, and this is how I'm going to be living my life. So I thought, all right, we're going to be okay. Thank you.